such hard lighting.
You realize you're both blocking the camera, the webcam. You ready?
Sure. Mom, can we pass wipes?
Yeah, like, what? Oh, good morning, friends. Good morning from wherever you are listening to us or watching us on this day on Top Radio 90.9 FM. This is the Vintage Talk Show with the five and friends. Welcome. It's a little bit slightly drizzling,
Chilling.
you know, light, wind, and all that. Well, it's a lovely morning, nonetheless. Welcome. My name is Femi Akintunde-Johnson. My friends call me Five. Do something suspicious. Let's play time. I'm not alone. Uh, it's good to have with us this morning our
Let me introduce.
co-presenter. Okay, maybe
Let,
perhaps we should.
let me introduce myself. Welcome to the show today. The enfant terrible, Tamilore. Moyo Tamilore. That's it. That's it.
Okay, I'll take it.
I like enfant terrible.
Okay, okay. I'm sure you know the meaning. Mm. Anyway,
I know you go ahead and tell me anyways.
mm. Anyway, well, on the Vintage Talk Show, we continue to speak truth to power and shine light on dark spots. That's what do you call it, our remit. And we'll try to keep it. Shortly, other guys will join us, and then we'll be able to kick off in the full swing. But right now, we have the quote for the week, and it's from East Africa. It says, "You don't teach the giraffe to stretch." You know, oh God, yeah. When we were in school,
Yeah.
doing exams, yeah, I thought that ill prepared or not prepared at all for the exam. They would say, no giraffing. They will be stretching. They will be stretching their neck from one table to glance at their colleagues' paper. You know, that's so. I just remember what he said. You don't teach giraffe to stretch. The thing is stretched on already.
Like, no, don't worry about the giraffe. It knows what it's doing.
That is DNA. You know, so you can't teach a crook how to misbehave. He's already in his DNA.
Yeah, I thought it would be something around, like some things are innate in you.
The one that still is not in it. It's like convicted felon, and he gives birth. You know, it takes the grace of God for that child not to to follow in his footsteps, especially if they live together. You know, why do you think corruption is endemic in Nigeria? You know, corrupt fathers give birth to corrupt sons who give birth to another
A
one.
corrupt system allows it.
Then you know,
Some, you know how they say, some people say greatness comes with environment sometimes. So
mm,
corruption maybe is also,
it's also
yeah,
environmental.
there's that nature versus nurture argument. I think it's a little bit of both.
Okay,
Sometimes it's
it's
nature,
also true.
sometimes it's
Yeah,
nurture.
there's no absolute in life, I believe.
Mm.
So I take your word for it. Okay, we move on to our knowledge booster. We call it fact checking the common stories that you heard. You might have heard or read stuff like, did you know that human beings have only five senses? Now, sometimes we talk about the sixth sense. The fact checker says it is false. Why is it so? Humans have more than five senses. The traditional list: sight, hearing, taste, smell, and touch is a simplified model. Science shows we have additional senses, including balance, what's called vestibular sense. It helps you stay upright and coordinated. And then we have proprioception. Wow. Proprioception.
Say it again.
Proprioception. You're very wicked. Like a tongue twister. So your awareness of body position and movement. And then we have temperature. That's thermoception, right? Senses heat and cold. And then we have pain, otherwise called nociception. I've learned today. That's the detecting injury or harm. So while the five senses idea is useful for basic teaching, the human sensory system is far more complex and extensive. We may have at least 20 senses. Ooh.
I know that you saying all these big words now makes you very, very happy. You're so happy right now hearing all
Vestibular
those big
sense,
words.
proprioception, thermoception, and nociception. Yeah, take that home.
What I wanted to say is that I don't know how to say the word now, but the one where you perceive your positioning around other people, I feel like that's how you know that sometimes you can't see anybody, but you feel like there's somebody behind you.
Yes,
that somebody's watching you.
That is proprioception. You get that?
It's good to know that.
Okay.
It's actually scientific.
Okay. I hope we've got a new guest. We haven't seen him like 4-5 weeks.
Drum roll.
Welcome. I hope the network works. Welcome this morning, analyst, long-time friend, and once upon a time anchor, co-anchor on this show, Alex Ogundadegbe. Good morning, Alex. He's talking, and we are not hearing.
It's open.
Okay. Alex, are you hear us? We try and sort down during the break. Let's move on.
Okay.
Now, did something stand out for you?
I was waiting for that question.
Last this outgoing week.
Did something stand out for me? Maybe my birthday. Maybe the one time in a year that is just about me. My birthday happened last week. I'm really happy about
last
that.
week.
Sorry, this week.
2 days ago.
This week.
Is it 2 or 3 days ago?
This week. I don't want to.
You don't. Okay. You don't want to. Okay. You don't. Ladies don't like to say their things at their age.
You know that I will say my age on this mic.
Okay.
I don't care like that.
Okay. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah, as you wish.
Yeah, my birthday happened. Despite what Nigeria tries to do to its citizens, my birthday happened. Good things happen. Good things do happen. And it was a good time. I had a good time. I played some games. I did a lot of work, like office work, but I played some games. I had some cake. I had like 10 pieces of chicken. I took so many ice cream bars.
You're saying down there, that you're able to consume 10 pieces of chicken.
I don't even feel guilty. Not even a little bit. It was so good. Yeah. So yeah, that's what stood out for me this week. That's what happened this week.
Okay.
What for you?
What stood out for me?
Yeah.
What stood out for me?
It doesn't have to be personal. It can be Nigeria based.
What stood out for me?
Is it the pain and suffering of the country?
No. It's what they call political machinations. What stood out for me? I think I just read it yesterday. There is one man programmed to lead Oyo State party, a popular party in Oyo State.
Okay.
Right? Which is different from the ruling party in that state.
Okay.
Right? So this there is programmed from this other rival party to take over the helms of Oyo State. And that was at the beginning of the week, right? Maybe around the Eid,
okay.
And then yesterday or day before yesterday, the sitting governor, who's on his second term, now propounded a state. It's not even a theory, an arrangement that is going to inaugurate 4 beaded obas. They call it 4 high chief. Instead of high chief, they are beaded obas. Okay. That they will be appointed and they will become part of the advisory council of the Olubadan.
Okay.
Well, that means they will be in line to the throne.
Okay.
And then one of those people are highlighted or nominated to be inaugurated as a beaded chief is this man that's angling to become.
So if he's in that position, he
will not be able to.
You know what always surprises me about Nigeria is that we have strategies. We have strategic thinking. We have an
and you know what they
use it for the benefit of everybody is a problem.
Okay, side dish to it. Okay. When they asked one of the aides of this gentleman who's currently a senator, I think either a senator as a breakfast, who's currently a senator, when they asked him about the issue, he said the day is I think it's the Friday, maybe next week Friday, and he said the day of that inauguration, it will not be around. That he will be waiting for his own inauguration on May 29. He assumed that he will win and he will, and that the guy is afraid of this party winning. Yeah. So he put it, I just laughed at this shenanigans.
Well, can a governor appoint somebody to the Oba's council?
The governor appoints the Oba now. Even the Oba himself is appointed after they made the selection. Ibadan thing is quite Ibadan thing is quite how would I call it? It's a little bit hierarchical. They don't do normal family ruling house and all that. So I think people are appointed into that something. The Olubadan will confirm it or assent to it, and then the governor will approve it. I think it's something like that, because they are referring to a certain amendment. About something amendment of 2024. Okay. That's changed what they used to have from 1960 something or 50 something.
Good luck to all of them.
Okay. Yes, we're back, and hopefully Alex will be able to join us. Alex, are you there now?
Are you there now?
Alex, are you there?
Yes, I hope you can hear me now.
I can hear you on the low, but not on our speaker. Okay, we'll take a before we.
Oh dear.
Oh yes, you are on. Yes, praise God. Good morning, Alex. Your voice is clear. All the momo have been defeated. Speak on, my brother.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I think there's a slight delay. Maybe it's the network.
Yeah, I believe so. No, but you can hear you loud and clear in the studio. No holdback, no echo and all that. So, okay, we'll take it shortly. We'll be back with entertainment news. Tamara, you're going to do that honors for us.
Definitely.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, let's just play small music to rest a bit. Because or let's play commercial. They've been knocking our door, and let's see. Okay, we'll take a short break and come back. Just 2 minutes. Now, wow, it's clear now.
No, I thought.
The way the thing was.
Good morning, Mr. Ogundadegbe.
Tamilore, good morning.
Good morning.
Nice to see you again. Nice to see
So
you
do you
again.
speak Yoruba? So do you speak Yoruba?
I try. I'm not very good at it, I must admit.
Oh, okay, what language do you speak?
English now.
Oh, okay. Is it like me?
Yes, now.
Yes, yes. Okay, I was wondering why when I said Shadire, you didn't you didn't answer that one. I use that Shadire to greet everyone now because I'm trying to at least get that one right when I'm speaking to people in Yoruba.
Yoruba for me was a second language, so my first language was English.
Me too. Me too. I've bought books now. I've had them for like 4 years. I've Yoruba books, fiction. What's the guy's name? Dio Fagunwa. I've read one whole book out of like four or five. I bought the Yoruba dictionary, but to actually read it
Which one?
properly. Igbo Eledumare.
Uh, do you remember the title?
One of them is Igbo
Is it
Eledumare.
Ogboju Ode?
I also have a Bojo
Ogboju
there.
Ode Ninu.
I have
Okay.
that one. I haven't finished it. I started it,
It's
and I
a good
love.
way to learn the language.
Yeah, and the imagery is fantastic in the book. It's actually great. If we ever made that into movies, it would be like Lord of the Rings level. If we could make it really well, because there are some good stories in there. I think so. Mm.
Okay, I'm going back on that. The needs get ready. Welcome back. This is the Vintage Talkshow with my other friend, and we're moving on to entertainment news. The number to call is 0913-697-3485. Share your views with us, your thoughts, your comments, whatever. The number is 0913-697-3485. By His grace, it will work well today. Okay, Tamilore,
Okay,
let's shoot.
okay. I want to shoot.
Shoot.
Oh god, it's not easy. Veteran actor Abiodun Ayoyinka has rebranded, adopting the new stage name Bondu Alaska. I don't know how to pronounce that, but the move follows a dispute over rights to the Paba Ajasco brand with producer Wale Adenuga. While the actor says he's embracing a fresh start, many fans remain emotionally attached to the iconic character that defined his career for decades.
Damn journalists, many fans are
Attached
conflicted. Well, which attachment? Must he die with one day?
as in
His head is just coming to normal. You don't
you don't
you
own
don't claim ownership of somebody's copyright and all that. Now you have done Bantu Alaska. I mean
Bondu.
Bondu
I'm not
Alaska.
even sure how to pronounce
Bondu Alaska.
Bondu. What does it mean? Does it have a
Yeah,
meaning?
you let him tell us later. Bondu Alaska.
Well, I'm happy for that.
Hmm.
It's nice.
Like a guy name now, maybe.
No, I don't know. I've
I
never
hope
heard anything that sounds like that.
you
And
that
it's true. I don't know any
you that
like
are just
guy names.
learning Wepagunwa and all that stuff.
Okay,
You
there's
know,
no need to insult me. There's no need.
this is how to go about it. Then you should also check his attire, his what's it called, his physical nature. You should not look like a Papa Jasper. You should also reframe that. You should also redress that so that he doesn't have this bald-headed middle plate, this Ajiribi kind of
Is
hairstyle.
that not his
And
natural hairline?
I think they cut into shape for him. I don't know. Alex, is that his natural hairline or his design or his cut into shape?
Does anybody intentionally do that?
People do that. Artists do that a lot.
You cut your hair in the middle. You give yourself a ball. A
Yes,
ball.
it's not everybody that has a natural dome like mine. Or somebody that's been conscious. So Papa Jasko, I mean, what do you call it now? Abiodun and Yoyinka get a grip and do the right thing. So this is the right thing. Let the people who are emotionally conflicted go on being emotionally conflicted, and you do the right thing. And if you get popular with this, you make your career out of it. It's never too late to start. Remember, what's that man's name? The KFC man.
Oh, I
Rather
don't
than
know his name,
65,
but yeah.
Captain Captain Colonel something.
Sanders.
Sanders, yeah, right.
Okay.
Okay, so never too late to kickstart it. Yeah. And all the best to Bondu, Alaska.
I think
I
it's
like the name
Bondu,
already.
like
It's
Bondu.
Bondu, Alaska. It's like a
Bondu,
guy name,
Alaska.
like Boy Alinko.
Bondu, Alaska.
Oh, dear, anything. You don't know what's going on. Bondu, Alaska, Alakarad. Let's move on. What's the next story?
Yeah, this one's a bit of a sad one.
Oh, yeah.
Nigerian singer Asa has announced the death of her mother following a sudden brain tumor.
Mm.
In an emotional tribute, she described her as her everything, recalling her quiet strength and unwavering support. The news chorus of condolences from fans and colleagues across the music industry.
It's so
That's
sad. It's so sad. The sound coming from
that's debilitating. I cannot imagine losing a mother. I
yeah.
don't know how from something
Mm.
so I have I'm so sorry.
Yeah, sorry, I
It's sad.
saw their picture today. Almost a look-alike.
Yeah.
And whatever the age, I lost my mom at I was 90, I was around 35, 36. Well, it was still so very painful, you know. That's probably our child's age now. Too. But it was probably very painful and all that. You know, imagine those who did that. I lost my dad at 15. So
Yeah.
I know. I didn't even appreciate the pain until I went to school, to university. I
Oh
was in
wow.
secondary school then. Until I went to university, one day I cried for the whole night,
Are you
and I
serious?
wrote a poem about it. I will show you the poem later about it. I
Mm.
just, it was a peculiar person. He died in 1977 on July 7th. July is the seventh month. So I'm
How
not a student of numerology, but I will have. There's something about that day. That day.
what
Yes.
is like how does delayed pain look like? I don't even
No, they don't go there. You,
sorry.
everything just comes down. You just realize that, wow, you've lost a father figure because you always want to be your own father yourself and all that, being
Yeah.
pushy and all. It depends on the circumstance of your birth or your situation.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry for your loss.
Okay, so don't let's psychoanalyze
Yes,
ourselves on
sorry.
air.
I'm sorry.
Asha, we wish you what can we wish you?
May
Strength,
have
capacity to bear it. It's a lot.
Mm.
The word adequately frame uh, any supportive. I don't know. Please take care of yourself, and may your mom's spirit find rest, eternal rest. Amen.
amen.
Amen. Amen to that.
Mm,
Okay, next up we have singer Chike says his mother advised him to prioritize value when choosing a partner, not just love. Speaking in a recent interview, he stressed the importance of financial stability, productivity, and shared responsibility, warning that emotional decisions alone can lead to long term strain in relationships. Oh, this is such a juicy topic, such a
yeah.
juicy story. I have so many things to say.
Is it about the same one you wrote that you just spoke?
Yes,
Uh,
why
it's
is
a
it?
very sound advice. It's
Yes,
not
it
that
is.
they,
I agree. Actually, I agree.
yeah,
Yeah.
those who have a mother
Great
or father
advice.
may
Great
have
advice.
problems. But those who have children, not I'm not talking about children. Those who have children, this is a great advice for them. You know.
Okay,
So
yeah.
so what plenty of things you have. Let's share.
It's true because I'm not arguing. There's no argument. I'm in
Oh,
agreement
okay.
with this. No,
Oh,
no,
okay.
I'm in agreement.
Okay.
I just wanted to say that there was this time, 2023 or so, I went to Lakoe Lakes or something to do something there, and they now told me that as I was entering that day, that Chike and he was doing like a retreat or something there, like a
Okay.
music retreat, that he just left. I'm like, ah, guy, pay me,
Why?
because I would have met Chike now.
Why is meeting not meeting in penny?
I don't. The problem is that you are so distant from the realities of being like
Me
crushing
they
on a
me
celebrity.
they I don't understand why
I
people
like
crush.
Chike. I wanted to see Chike. It was
Oh,
that
okay.
simple.
Okay.
It would have been nice to see him. It's not
Yeah,
like
because of the narration of the pain, and even the pain is showing your face. Years after, I can still see it encased in your features.
I'm sorry that I like a celebrity. They're an artist.
Okay,
I'm sorry. I like his voice.
okay. Um,
You're making somebody feel somehow about liking
no,
somebody.
you're okay. You're okay. It's your like. It's your feel. It's your feeling. You're entitled to it. I'm not just caught out for that. I don't understand. Okay, let's move on.
I don't know whether I now feel the need to now clarify. I like his voice. If I see him, I don't see him. I will not die.
No, no, no. You can even like his person.
I,
Doesn't matter.
I don't know. You're making me
No, no, no. I don't feel guilty. I'm just saying it's slightly alien to me. You know, I don't know whether I will react if I see Michael Jackson live, or if I see Grover Washington, or if I see Anita. Uh,
you are so far removed from me because
yeah, if I see some of those things I used to idolize as a kid, maybe it will work. Like for instance, I don't know. I don't know.
face to face, I will not actually do anything. No.
Yeah, you
I would behave as if I would probably behave as if I had not seen.
because if you're a journalist and you meet some of these great things and you are crushing on them, you will not do your
You will
work
not do your work.
properly.
I have seen several in concerts.
Okay.
Uh, Stevie Wonder, Boys to Men. Uh, in Accra, I don't know. They seem to have an attraction to Accra. When I was
Right,
in
yeah,
Ghana, a lot of them came around.
yeah.
That's like the Kwasa in Nigeria.
It's like it's like many people see it as a root of African civilization
Also,
outside of the country.
Yeah,
um,
they have
off
the
the top of my head,
slave castles there, so they go and
Yeah,
visit.
yeah.
I was saying off the top of my head, I'm just thinking if you want to come to Africa and you're looking for a place that has structure and everything, and you still want to say in your books or your portfolio that you came to Africa, Ghana is easy. They probably have all the infrastructure you need to do this.
What about Nigeria? What's wrong with Nigeria?
I don't know, it just has me more
Where
violent.
no, it's people like that. Yeah, the people of bad mouthing Nigeria. It's
It's
not.
not bad mountain, it's
It's not.
appropriate mountain Nigeria.
No, 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 no. There are lush places. They're not talking about extravagance and all that. Nature centric thing. Home, rustic, and lovable. There are plenty places.
I'm not sure, but I feel like we just have a bad rep outside.
You know,
Ghana has a better rep than us.
sadly so, and they're not even up to a quarter of what we can give.
Yes, but do they
But
have
but
life? Do they have life? Do they have? Okay, let's not even go there.
don't we have light? It just might not be adequate for
You
a
want this
number
thing?
of
You
us.
want this light? Yes,
Even
just
this
go off
Ghana
now.
thing, so I think I'm not sure whether they're we
Uh,
are that
I, I, w- I'd rather not do any comparison.
please
I've
don't do
lived
it.
in
Because you
both
know where you
countries, and
Because we
man,
know where you're from.
there are a lot of differences.
stand.
Oh my.
Now on to let me move on to.
Please go on. Let's move on
So
to the next one.
what will buttress the point about Nigeria? Actor Kuleremi has expressed frustration over rising fuel prices and persistent power outages, revealing he recently bought petrol at over 1,300 naira per liter. He described the situation as mentally exhausting and urged Nigerians to engage more actively in conversations about governance and economic realities. I saw that video. It's like, when somebody doesn't want to talk. It's like you have been quiet for long, yeah, you like peace of mind in your life, but everything just gets to your head and you're like, it's a bit too much. It's too much. Guy was frustrated. He's like, excuse me, how are we going about and living life as if everything is okay? And it's totally understandable. It's actually exhausting thinking about it, but we have been accustomed to it.
Well, they're blaming it on the Iran war.
On he was in his, I don't know how accurate it is, but in his video he was saying that how come Nigeria is the first person to be affected by, or like, I guess first and deeply affected by the war in Iran, by closure of Strait of Hormuz, but everybody around us is not like next day the impact, we already felt the impact the very next day.
Hmm.
Oh,
Hmm.
it's so frustrating.
Hmm.
And the problem is,
It's
if
our
it's not this
side.
one, if it's not this one, it's
Our
another
side.
problem.
Our side is
Every
also
3 days.
both a blessing and a curse. Our size and the naivety of our ruler of our leadership. It's not even naivety. The criminal mindedness of their our leadership. Criminal negligence, criminal corruption, criminal everything. they've ridden roughshod over us for decades, and there seems to be no end to it. Don't let's go into political
Yeah.
issues now.
Well,
So the guy was having a headache about field something.
yeah.
Yeah, it's everywhere. And the other chap was complaining about maybe he will shut down. And there, what's his name? Kunle Afolayan
Oh,
was
okay.
complaining about the number of amount he had to buy diesel to run his film village. It was excruciating.
Yeah,
I
I've never
mean,
really thought about
I
like
mean,
companies.
Imagine you're complaining that I was grumbling the other day that 700 naira, 800 naira, all this going up and down of Dangote is no big deal. We wanted more and all that. Now it's 1,003. That's in good
Mm.
places. 1,000.
And because there's no electricity, higher demand. There's a higher demand for fuel. If we had electricity now, maybe we wouldn't be so concerned about it.
Okay, I'm very much interested in that. Your number six story. Uh,
Okay, let's move on. Actress Biola Adebayo has apologized following backlash over her interview with convicted actor Baba Desha, insisting it was purely professional. However, actress Princess has criticized the move as insensitive, saying it has reopened wounds and triggered renewed harassment linked to the original case.
um, I like Alex to take a lead here. I don't know if you're following the story.
Uh, isn't Baba Jesha the actor that was convicted of rape? Am I right? Uh, did you hear me? Oh dear, the network.
Other veterans or falling to bad something, a bad time. He tries to help them. Apo, I need you in the studio, please.
I lost you for a moment. I hope you can hear me now.
Okay, I can hear you now, Alex. I wanted you to take a lead on this. I don't know about this. If you know about this story, Biola Adebayo apologizes over Baba Ijesha interview. So I don't know if you
I
follow the
was
story.
Yeah, I was responding. I was saying, isn't
Oh,
that
sorry.
the actor who was convicted of rape? Is that right?
Yes, for child sexual assault or sexual molestation or something like that.
Hmm. I did follow the story. Uh, I don't see why people are responding negatively to an interview, although I didn't see the content of the interview.
Let me give you context, and I find it very objectionable. What I blame both parties. One, you are not a trained journalist, so you have a problem there, and then people have been people have been quite vile on the woman. Okay, she does a lot of work promoting problems people have in the industry and seeking help for them, raising fundraising campaigns for people suffering who are members of that industry and some other things. So she has a large followership. Now it came to a point where uh, this guy came out, Baba Jisha came out. I don't know what was driving him that he was granting interview all over the place after your conviction. But he's trying to justify himself and he was on our show
Hmm.
uh, trying to um,
So-
trying to shift blame to say that it was set up and all that, and carried something, and a lot of people went gaga, and people were lambasting her. Uh, Lambasina and all that. And I don't
Well,
know why it is,
you know how it
you know,
is.
and then the hard point is you went back after the backlash to apologize. To say she's sorry for doing what? For doing your work.
Yeah,
Then what
I get
work
the
really?
drift. I get the drift now. I'm just wondering why they would discuss something that has, already been established. The lady concerned was a minor at the time, and so why would anyone want to get involved in a minor? And he's claiming that it was set up, and I think the court has already pronounced that he's guilty.
I'm not even going
So
to whatever he's saying. I
maybe
don't,
the audience saw it as an attempt for him to absolve himself, and maybe that's why we have all that backlash.
maybe, but it's nonsensical to want to justify or how do you call it? Absolve yourself of blame of something that's been convicted. Just ask, just let it go and try and rebuild your career. I don't know why he goes on talking. There's nothing you say that can absolve you. There's nothing you say that will say people will not say, maybe there are just some that will support you and all that. But the general opinion will be, you have been convicted. Yeah, they're convicted. That's our point of flogging issues. Move on to something else. Build a career. Try and build a career. Now, this one, if you incense people the more by what you say and how you say it, then you foreclose your future, so to say. But what I'm saying is that lady should go and get training. You can't be going around interviewing people when they now have a backlash, start going prostrating all over the place. It doesn't make sense. Okay, you either stand by your story or you retract it. And she has even, I understand, she has even deleted this interview. She has deleted the interview. Now people have come and say, what you did for me about 3 weeks ago, go and delete it. What you did, that's how it is now. It's all mumbo jumbo. It's nonsensical.
Mm.
Okay. Someone, that's Someone, please let's move on.
I would like to be heard, please.
Okay.
Okay, we have veteran. There's a lot of veteran here. Veteran actor Chuetal Agu has advised young people to enjoy their youth but prepare for old age. He warned that aging comes with serious health and financial challenges, urging early investment, responsible living, and stronger focus on long-term stability. I saw this. I don't know if it's the same one, but I didn't watch it to the end. There was this video where he was saying there are people who want this but have this sort of comparing. When you are young, you want to be an adult. When you're an adult, you want to be young.
Mm-hmm.
There was a whole. It was like a full minute or something, and I was just not. I just found myself nodding.
You mean from Chimetal?
I believe it.
That's a veteran, properly so called. There
No,
are
no,
other people they
I'm
call
not
veteran.
wrong. I don't
No,
think.
no, I'm just trying to roll back to what you said earlier. And when you said there was a lot of veterans there,
Yes.
it's not all veterans, not all they call veterans are veterans, you know. But Chiwetalu is one,
Okay.
because of long standing in the industry. There are a lot of children who call them, who they now call veterans because they have been performing for 10 years.
I feel
Veterans.
like they're kind of classist.
I ought to. I'm an educated man
Excuse me.
and who happens
Because I
to.
just noticed when you're talking about that woman that she did not receive did not receive
Yes,
training.
yes,
That you
yeah,
now
and
say
she's
this one.
doing professional work.
She's everybody has a podcast nowadays, and that's what she's
It
doing.
doesn't mean it's right. That's why they say they goof. There are a lot of gaps. You watch some of the things they say, it come the questions they ask, and but they have a leverage.
And she will correct herself.
Mm,
Guys.
by going prostrating all over the place, begging them for this and that. Okay, yeah. Please
That
let's
that
move. Don't pick my anger.
I'm sorry. You know me, I used to talk somehow. The
Don't talk
class I
somehow.
don't
Don't.
think you are classist.
I don't even care.
it was a joke.
I don't care.
It was a joke. My apologies.
Okay, let's move
I
on.
apologized on air like her. I should stop my statement and not retract.
That's not you. That's not, I don't care. I don't know why you're
I
apologizing.
have received no training.
Well,
Oh,
well, well. That's debatable, but we won't continue down there.
oh God.
What's there? What's there?
Okay.
I think your last story.
Rapper Ice Prince says quitting smoking, alcohol, and sugary drinks has transformed his life.
Okay.
He revealed he has stayed clean for nearly a year, describing the experience as freeing and deeply fulfilling, and says he is committed to maintaining the healthier lifestyle.
We thank God for his life.
Yeah.
And I understand many of his colleagues are on that path. Yeah. Nobody to convict them yet. You know,
Hard.
those who use enhancers for in aid of propelling their talent, they are fooling themselves. They are destroying their life. You go on a high. What you want to sing, what you want to perform is innate. It's there already. You just need something to make it more energetic and all that, and go into a frenzy and all. So when you use an enhancer or something that puts you on a high, it's not really doing. It's not. Yeah, wrecking your body. You know. Thank God that Ice Prince, call him, Ice Prince has learned that, and he can testify that it's a better lifestyle. And I hope he will take it as a crusade to go to all his colleagues to show them by experiential motivation that this is what I've gone through. Please, let's stay off this thing. Because if you go and tell them now, they say you are a preacher man, you are doing this, they will laugh at your face and all, and they continue to stroll towards their destruction. But a man who has been in their space and is also active and performing, telling them what the right thing to do and his consequence or improvement in his life,
Yeah.
probably encourage them.
I
You know,
think generally we need a lot of guidance for people who are singers, whether they're singing or acting. We need mentorship in that regard. If you look at what's going on in the industry, you would know and you realize that people need guidance.
exactly, you're right. I was discussing with my wife the other day. She was telling me about this stellar child, and she said, that this guy needs somebody mature to mentor him, to guide him, to advise him. Which mentor? Then he will abuse the person, he will sack the person on the road as they are talking, he will shout on the person. The guy is about 20 years old. He's running to some serious money and fame and all that, and he's uncontrollable. So you go and give him another. First of all, you can't even think along that line. And then if by some divine providence, he has an elderly person mentoring him, one day he's going to kick the guy out. He's going to embarrass the guy and drive him out of his presence and all that. So he needs the grace of God first to calm his brain, to make him accept that kind of situation, and then be responsible to that person. We continue. I think we need some of these our sensations and stars. They need our prayers. We need to pray for them. We need to pray for them and hope that the prayer will work on them, so that they don't live a fluffy life that will destroy them eventually. You know.
You know,
And Alex is a very prayerful person. He's a prayer man. Maybe you should consider that as a foundation. Some to pray for the entertainers. We have this pray for Nigeria by General Yakubu Gawan. You remember? So that's an idea for you, Alex.
I was thinking that, for him,
I'll think about that.
Okay.
Younger people now that achieve fame and money, they did it without the help of adults.
Yeah.
So to them, probably an adult or something,
It's a
they
flog.
probably adults probably see him and think he's rude, he's this, he's that. So he doesn't like them, they don't like him. It's probably like a neutral. I don't know. I think sometimes, like maybe I don't know what happened to Ice, but sometimes you yourself have to make the decision that this thing is too much. So maybe he has to hit rock bottom and decide that he wants to climb out himself. I don't know, Pella. I don't. I've not seen
That's always a painful knowing from standing from the floor and seeing the end result. It's a bad
Yeah,
thing.
but sometimes
Do,
somebody
do
can't tell you.
you
You're not going to listen.
But they don't listen. Yeah, that's the problem.
If you tell me, like,
do you
sometimes
remember do you remember what Ira Star said when she met Rihanna? And Rihanna gave us some advice. I think we shared the story.
I
I
don't
can't
remember.
remember.
I don't remember.
She said she met Rihanna in the US, and Rihanna was telling her that, look, you have to think of investing in your talent. Beyond just performing, you should get a brand that you own and endorse it yourself and promote it yourself.
Mm.
Now, there was an instance during the Super Bowl where Rihanna was performing, and she took a break,
Yeah,
went to do some makeup, and it was her own makeup line she used. So
Mm.
she advertised indirectly her own makeup line to the biggest
Mm.
audience on TV, the Super Bowl at that time. It was
Mm.
massive.
Mm. Wow,
yeah.
that's nice. That's nice.
Somebody was saying that how artists abroad have products that they use. That's Nigerian. Baba Frayo's eye patch should be
Should be you branded.
Zakia's
You be a make.
torchlight
Mm.
should be merch. I would
Mm.
buy Zakia's torchlight. That is
Mm.
cap that I used to wear. I would buy it. But I think the infrastructure to build those things out is still in progress. Like a lot of it's like oh,
Now, if you put your mind to it, you can get it done. I think you can get it done. A couple of them are doing
yeah, lip
sweats,
gloss and bags and stuff.
yeah, and all that thing, hoodies and all
Yeah,
that.
hoodies.
You know.
Which reminds me, all of us in this Nigeria, we it just dawned on me that I have to be thinking of ways to make plenty money. But not like dreaming about it, but like actual steps because the money is not enough. The money at this lower level is it's just not enough. I just need more of it. That's me venting.
Okay,
I
thank
just
you,
occurred to me.
venters and advisors. Let's take a short break and come back. Music and commercial.
Morning, sir. So it will require me to restart the system since it's working now. So we don't need
Yeah,
to
let it go like
restart
that.
it,
Okay.
because I think it was the networking downstairs that's affected. Okay, I have to go and restart it.
Okay. Kí lè tó kù sí? Ṣé bó ṣe máa ṣe nìyẹn? Àbò ní problem.
We can fix that, no problem. Because this is the new AC now.
Oh,
New AC and when install it, whatever I did.
Hmm.
Sir. New AC.
Wow.
Check the work in it.
Is it? Are you sure it's a machine? It's a technician.
He's an old man. Surprised. He said he fixed all the AC in this building.
In this building. Wow.
So he's claiming there was the boys that we brought that.
Hmm.
Somebody must start collect the blame.
I'm sorry. I spoke out of turn. I'm sorry. I spoke out of turn because that's like saying yeah, obviously.
Somebody gave this as a note to somebody. Oshiafu. Thank
Thanks so much.
you. I don't know. I met it.
Oh, I thought that was your way of. Anyway, you will not be. You won't speak side to side. You will just say go sit. That also your note to me.
No. To say this after the show.
I actually like this song.
You shouldn't be playing.
No?
We shouldn't be hearing it. They will flag it soon.
Oh,
In YouTube later. Okay, get ready for Niger trend.
I wonder how Mr. Easy makes money. I want
Huh?
to make, I'm trying to think of how because Mr. Easy is building out what he wants to create. I'm thinking I need to do that. Too.
Have we opened Niger Trend?
Yes. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Casting aspersions on the judicial system.
That was See What We've Done by King Promise featuring Mr. Easy.
The fog, the fog, the fog. I
Uh, mm. Alex, are you with us?
Malami, Abubakar Malami,
Damola, Abubakar Malami, yeah.
Malami. Oh, it's really fun, the woman.
Damola, good morning.
Good
Good morning,
morning,
sir.
good morning, good morning.
How's
Good morning.
family and
Tanta.
business?
Damola, the lecturer.
Alex, good morning. How have you been?
How are you?
You've been ghosting us for the past few weeks.
My brother?
All right, he has gone AWOL.
In fact,
For
if
a
you
long
know what I'm
time.
doing now, I'm about to go into a class as I'm speaking.
Hey, yeah. I told them, I said, you are always, I'm surprised. I'm sure you're on the trip. You're not in the house now.
I'm not in the house. I'm on.
Ah, because we had transport movement around you. Okay, we'll try.
So
Yeah, anything
you'll
at 9
forgive
o'clock
me.
now, isn't it? Okay, we'll move on. I'm going live. Yes, we are back. This is still the Vintage Talk Show, and we're on TopRadio, 90.9 FM. And this time for Niger Trend. Is that moment we talk about trending stories within the Nigerian space, within the outgoing week. And here is when we appreciate your comments, your calls, to talk about your thoughts, reactions to what we say in the studio, and what have you. The number to call is 0913 697 3485. Let's hear your thoughts. By His grace, the phone line will go well. 0913 697 3485 is the number. And we are happy to have with us um, uh, co-presenter, I would like to call the co-analyst, uh, was is a businessman now. Has found time to join us. Good morning this morning, Akintunde-Johnson. Good morning.
Uncle Faj, good morning. Good morning, everybody listening in.
Okay, and Alex is still with us, and Oluwa Tamilore is still here as
Good
our
morning
prompter.
once again.
Yeah, Alex, thank you, Alex. to be sure that the network has not dealt with you this morning. Let's kick off.
Okay, first off on Niger trends, we have retired appeal court president Justice Issa Salami has said former Anambra Governor Peter Obi should not have contested the 2023 presidential election under the Labour Party. Speaking in Ilorin, Salami argued that Obi's party membership at the time raised constitutional concerns. He also criticized the judiciary, blaming some controversial rulings on what he described as inadequate experience among certain judges and called for improvements in general competence and judicial competence. Sorry.
The context for this statement by the justice.
As a retired appeal court president, Justice Issa Salami.
Issa Salami. The fact that was given honorary certificate by the Ojekunle Institute of Investigative Journalism and all that, led by Dr. Olom. And they apparently is given for his meritorious service as a very stand. And I thought it was the other Salami that was involved in the Aregbeshola case and all that. Apparently, this a northerner, I think it's somewhere in the north. And, so what his point is that the time Peter Obi went to Labour and left PDP for Labour, it was already past the time, and they couldn't be part of that register. And the register should come before the nomination, and ideally, it should not have been allowed. But we are going to witness, and then it happened. Why is something that is a constitutional aberration allowed to go through? For what kind of inducement could have led to that? And now people are shifting alliances now. The case is even made a little bit curious by the INEC chairman adjusting the timetable for the party registration, because constitutionally the time has lapsed. They are now extending it. Before you know, someone will go to court that this person should not have done this, should not have done that. Why do we create all these holes for us? And why is there a legal official speaking 3 years after the fact? Why is it not taken more serious? You guys, I don't know if you understand my drift.
I don't even like it when you have people who are in the judiciary making such comments or getting involved in political statements at all. You see, politics in our country has the capability to taint almost anything that it touches. So people in that position have to be very careful what they say and what they do. It's a very sensitive thing.
It is. And so we need to be careful. If you make laws or provisions in the law that this is how it should be, it should be taken to the extreme. Everybody must follow that position. You can't come and tell us today that there's a gap that was exploited and nobody said anything. Are we that incompetent? Are we that careless? Okay. I've said my brief.
All right. We have the federal government has apologized to Nigerians over ongoing power outages, promising improvements soon. Power Minister Adebayo Adelabu said the disruptions are largely due to gas supply shortages affecting electricity generation. He acknowledged the impact on businesses and households and proposed increased investment in renewable energy as a long-term solution. The minister also warned that global factors, including tensions in the Middle East, could further affect energy supply.
We don't have shame.
Apologies.
Where is the apology?
I have a bone to pick with Minister Adelabu.
Please.
He came in there and he made a horrible situation worse. He banded electricity, made it more expensive, and now it's less available. So we're paying more for a product that is not available now. Now, what does an apology do for Nigerians? Now, to add insult to injury, Aso Rock say they are going off the national grid this month. What does that tell you? One of their complaints is that Band-Aid is too expensive. Now, your administration raises the tariff on electricity, and now the presidency is going off the grid. I mean, this, I don't even know how to describe this.
It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. That's why I said we don't have shame. Guys apologize. You should have started apologizing the first day you entered up. Because all this, I mean, why do oh, we are not even sure the man is focused on his ministry because he has a gubernatorial ambition, and politics. They've been campaigning for this 2027 since 2023. They don't wait. They don't wait time like
They are
normal.
It's so
proactive when it
tiring.
comes.
How do you create? What do you generate that you're having gas supply issues? When they mentioned some other countries and some other places, the volume of power they generate in a particular area, and you are ashamed. And here is the so-called giant of Africa that we are generating less than 7,000. We're able to transmit less than 5,000. And we're hearing of places, cities, or not countries, that are generating 4 or 5 times more than that. And now suddenly tensions in the Middle East. So most of America, most of South Africa and all that, they don't have light. They have issues because the Middle East is burning. I mean, if you don't know this job, you can easily resign and go and face your political ambition.
You know the
Because
standard, 1,000 megawatts to a
what
million
what
people.
is what is the essence of putting a formidable, it's not even like a capitalist, a financial expert, a former deputy governor of the
I hear he
Central
was
Bank,
a deputy
come and
governor of
manage
CBN or
yeah,
something.
he was deputy governor of CBN
Yeah,
to come and manage electricity.
Uncle Fudge, that is not even my grouse because I will always say, you can put that kind of man in charge of electricity, but these problems we have are so glaring. They are so glaring. They just need someone that has the guts to tackle them. They are so glaring.
Hmm.
I mean, where are they producing the gas? Where is the generating
So obvious.
station
What is wrong with
they can't supply gas? One, two. Obviously, there are people more interested in collecting our money when we pay for electricity than in even generating electricity itself. I don't know if it is last week or upper week that I mentioned it. More than 30% or 40% of what we produce in Nigeria as electricity, more than that is not being used. So where is it
Yeah.
going to? And these
Where is it going?
problems are here. They are just staring us right in the face, and nobody is doing anything about it. Because that is one of, if they will call one of the failures of this government, that is one of them.
Nigeria's
Because
problems.
it's a big issue. Everybody keeps on going off grid. Everybody keeps on paying extra money to produce electricity. This money now,
Yeah, I'm still on grid
I'm
though.
running on Jen. I'm running on Jen.
Oh, that's off grid.
Uh, so, yeah. So
So does jet count as upgrade?
Oh God. Hey, Damola, is that everyone's running off grid?
It
I
really is.
mentioned
yeah,
Jen.
Kind of is. Right? We're not
Okay.
using.
it's off grid.
Sort of, yes.
It's off grid.
Yeah.
My solar things, they are on inside my room here. I mean,
Oh my. Oh
it's
my.
this
It's sad.
it's so
Just remember
upsetting.
something.
It's sad.
And Uncle Fagi,
I don't know what.
the whole thing, and everybody keeps on. We have the experts. We have people you can call on to say, okay, what do we do?
Yeah,
That's
Everybody
true.
is
we
just
have them. We have the human resources. You know,
This thing
we,
is
we,
painful.
we have plenty of them that can tackle this thing. I wish that subsidy has ended, started with
which one,
electricity.
electricity or fuel?
Yeah. I wish I wish it has started with electricity, that subsidy has ended.
Oh, okay.
So that they, yeah, because I mean, if we have electricity in this country, and everything will come in abundance. Because most of the time you just
Oh,
see that
Damola just
everybody can
going
come
off and on. Okay. We got maybe about 50 or 60% of what you said because of glitches within in your communication. But we are glad to have you with us this morning. The man today, for obvious reasons, is not wearing his jersey. That's a demolition squad, which we didn't pray for, but it happened. You know, we are glad to have this with us this morning. Our legal guru and social development expert, Bosun Osifowora, formerly of us now.
Still very much Asta.
Bosun,
Good morning.
Good morning.
don't mind Uncle Faj. We
I'm
understand his
not.
predicament.
I won't. I won't. I will
We
ignore that
understand his
comment.
predicament. One of these days, you should just mention the club he supports, so that we will know where he stands. So that we will know where he stands.
We are still looking for a coach for his club. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here.
Oh,
My
man.
little colleague.
Glad to have
That's
you.
me.
Glad to have you. Okay. Our next
Have
story.
you ever morning, sir?
And our next story, Bosun will be able to contribute that. Yes.
Okay.
You want
Okay.
something?
First, when Mr. Adeboye was speaking, he said that he saw that something is in his room. I don't know if it's the same thing as I saw this video last week about someone who had their inverter battery or their solar something in their room and it was slowly poisoning them. So just to mention that we should be
Be
careful
wary of
of
that.
off-grid solutions and their impact on our health.
So it doesn't take us off grid.
Yeah, exactly. Something that's supposed to save our life will take us out.
Okay,
It's
I'm
well.
sure Damola heard that.
I had the second point, but I cannot remember it now.
Okay, thank God. Let's move on. Let's move on.
Former Attorney General
Wow.
Abubakar
Uncle Faj, it seems your
Malami.
network this morning is dealing with us.
It's your network, it's not my own.
Although now
Bosun,
I can hear.
am I cutting off, or is it the studio cutting off?
No, I can hear the studio.
It's not okay.
Okay. Former Attorney General Abubakar Malami has raised concerns over attempts by the EFCC to take possession of his Abuja residence, describing the move as politically motivated. However, the anti-graft agency insists it is acting on a valid court order for asset forfeiture. The development follows recent operations targeting properties linked to the former minister, who says he has already challenged the forfeiture order in court.
You know, but so in this case, I had it when I was a journalist too. This thing about rest and all that, and what that when you put it when you set up a case in appeal court, that everything should be status antebellum. What do you call it? It should be as it
I
is
think let
before
us
the
go.
yes. Then they have around on status and I think it's something bellum. So
Antebellum.
that something should be in abeyance when a case is challenged. Malami is saying they are challenged the forfeiture order, and therefore everything should be in abeyance. And EFC said that no, they have a court order ordering the forfeiture of this property, and then they chased his family members out of the house and took possession. How does that look to
So
you?
for me, I have two angles to this thing. But let's come from the angle of law. An appeal is not an automatic stay of execution. When you fight, if there's a judgment against you and an order, like an order of forfeiture has been obtained at the lower court, it behoves you to challenge it by filing at the appellate court two things: your appeal, and then secondly, a stay of execution. All right. And then when you file a stay of execution, that will be heard. Sometimes it can be heard alongside the appeal. Sometimes it can be heard on its own, depending on how you have put it before the court. Now, so what happens is when the court hears that, the court will now definitely put a stay on it pending the determination of the appeal. If that has not been done, then the agency can go ahead and levy execution based on the order of the lower court. Now, so that's one part. That's as far as the law goes. Now, I have my own position, which is from the financial point of view. Most times when execution is levied against a going concern or an existing concern, most times they take over this thing like a hotel or something that is functional and they just grind it. For me, I feel that it is anti-economical kind of move. You can maintain what is going on and still get, because a lot of people are going to be out of job. The whole place is going to be redundant. Sometimes vendors, a lot of people that function with that organization will definitely just be put aside. Now, there's a way that law should function that should not grind economic activities. That's just my own position. It has nothing to do, but the position of the law here says that once something has been forfeited to the government or the agency that has brought the application for it, and there's an order of court, that ends it, except there's an appeal. Now, so in Malami's case, my other position is this: how come somebody of his status acquired so much wealth? Given the fact that there's always this declaration of asset by public office holders, did these things form part of what he declared as his assets? These are also angles that we need to look at. If they never form part of the asset declaration, then those things must have been obtained illegally, which means that he probably just got it as a result of his work as Attorney General or through some other means that are not legal to what he was doing. That's basically my position on all this. Now, back to the EFCC. If there's an appeal and there is also a stay of execution, then it is just normal for you to wait for the appellate court to determine the position, because there's an angle that the appellate court may upturn the position of the lower court. Yeah. And when that happens, you have to now indemnify this person, because by that action, you are now going against the ruling of the higher court. So if there is no political motive, if there is no attempt to grind this man, why not wait for the appellate court to decide the position? Because whatever they decide, if it goes contrary to the lower court, that means that you have to reverse all your action, which will cost you money, which means you would have incurred damages as well. So for me, there's a bit of high-handedness on the part of the agency.
Maybe that's why he's talking about it should be political. I want to quickly take you back to your statement when you said that this property, were they part of what he declared in his what they call
asset declaration form,
and the asset declaration form. Yeah, is it not? Should it not be taken for granted that when they opened or when they submitted the suit for asset forfeiture that's been taken into consideration for court to grant that forfeiture? Is it not taken into consideration that they are not
Most
part of the asset
definitely.
declaration?
Most
Yeah,
definitely. Yes, most definitely.
because some of the numbers, the property mentioned, the spread, the volume, the amount. I read it about a month or so ago. It's tremendous. It's not horrible. I don't know what to say.
Please send it to me when you
It's
see it.
yeah, it's mind-boggling that one
It
individual
beats
can take.
imagination.
No, indeed. Anyway,
What kind of practice? What kind of practice did he have? What kind of
mm,
legal practice? Or was it inheritance?
but it was a son before he became a minister, and I understand you guys will make a lot of money
Son,
from all these places.
sonship does not automatically translate to wealth. Oh.
I know, I know, but you see, in our climate where they charge 200 million, 400 million to be part of a legal team to contest political positions. I mean, to challenge political decisions and all that. Uh, you guys make a lot of money.
As the court pleases.
Smart man. He neither admits nor denies. Okay, let's move on to the next story.
Okay. Kano State Deputy Governor Aminu Abdusalam Gwarzo has resigned from office, with authorities confirming the decision but offering no official reason. The move follows rising tensions with the State House of Assembly, which had raised allegations of misconduct and hinted at possible disciplinary action. The resignation also comes amid wider political shifts in Kano, raising fresh questions about stability within the state's executive leadership.
I'm sure Bosun you've been following this Kano issue.
It's amazing. It's amazing how these things happen with most deputies. Basically, what happened in this Kano case is that the governor declared for APC. Meanwhile, they came on the Kwakwansia, they rode on the Kwakwansia platform for what they became as governor and deputy. And the deputy has decided not to follow them to APC. All of a sudden, that now translates to misconduct. Anytime the deputy disagrees with the governor, the basis of impeachment will now be misconduct. You now wonder, where was this misconduct? At what point did it start? Is it at the point of disagreement?
I refuse to follow his governor.
Do you know this thing has been from the beginning of this democracy? You remember the Lagos story?
Yeah.
The current president and Mrs. Bokna Akerele. Once there's a disagreement, I think the misconduct is against the governor.
Against the personal? It's a personal misconduct.
But I think the man has taken the path of honor. Instead of being on record as an impeached deputy governor, he has taken the path of honor, resigned, and let's wish him luck.
Yeah, I think it makes sense. It's a big shame, really, the way we play our politics.
It's very horrible.
I saw the scheme of the House of Assembly. They are ready to start impeachment moves and all that. I mean, perhaps it's not. Maybe they have more a long list of misconduct. Damola, I don't know if you are following us. You've been going on and off, wondering who was removing you and all that. Did you hear some of the things you've been saying? I don't know if you can. You're able to contribute. He's still battling with his voice. Okay, let's talk about the Clinton aid.
Okay, the United Nations General Assembly has declared the transatlantic slave trade the gravest crime against humanity in a resolution backed by 123 countries. The move calls for restorative justice and highlights the enduring impact of slavery including racial inequality and neocolonialism. The United States, Israel, and Argentina opposed
Of
the
course.
measure, while Britain and EU nations abstained,
Of course.
citing concerns over legal and historical implications.
Because they have to pay.
It is,
Reparations, they have
it is
to pay.
expected. They are the culprits. It is expected. But sincerely speaking, that's very true. Because what you would have also mentioned, if you go back in history, I think like the United Nations declared, that's very correct. What came after that is pale in comparison, is the Holocaust.
Yeah.
You
That one has been-
cannot compare. The slave trade thing went on for more than hundreds of years.
Yeah.
And the impact on people is still there and will still be there for a while. Despite the fact that the thing was abolished long years ago. So, and you expect that those people who opposed and those who abstained from agreeing with this position, it's expected of them because they know that the implication is that they will pay for it and they will not stop paying for it. So I think for the number of years that they've been involved in it will be the number of years that they will have to continue paying for it.
Did you read the reaction of Kevin Badinot?
I missed that.
Okay. Damola, did you? He was of the. Just like the
Uncle
British.
Fad,
Yes.
Uncle Fad, that my sister is lost already. So let's leave it at that. She's lost. She's lost already. And until they will soon show her. Very soon, they will soon show her. She wants to belong. So very soon they will soon show her. Because it's unfortunate that such a brilliant human being can go that route. So it's for me, our reaction is neither here or there because she's lost already. She wants to belong, and we know what happens to everybody that wants to belong to that kind of place. So it like we will say in this place, it is well.
For the sake of Bosun and others who are not aware, the headline for the story says is the ignorance of cowardice. That Kevin Badinot says UK should have voted against UN slavery resolution. So why are they abstaining? That they should have voted. It's an ambiguous intent. So he wanted more serious. We wanted her country now, to to vote against it, instead of being ambivalent and all that, He says Russia, China, and Iran vote with others to demand trillions in reparation of UK, and the Labour government abstained, and she was in shock. That what? Oh my! Like Bosun said, sorry, Dabola said, our case is in the hand of God. Okay, let's take a short break. We'll come back. Remember, you can join us in this segment. On this segment, 0913-697-3485 is our number. Please, let's hear from you. The lines are okay now. 0913-697-3485. And in case you have problem, you want to use WhatsApp, number is 0810-713-7559. 0810-713-7559. We'll come back. Let's listen to Ojekunle go. He says only God can save him or me and you. Featuring Davido.
Davido. Well, to be honest, you might do that. No, Davido.
This network today now. Wow.
I think are we off?
Yeah, we are off on radio.
I'm
We're
fine.
we're on YouTube. Yes.
Oh, okay. I think I missed Kenny's position because I hardly read anything about her. So I must have just ignored it.
Okay. Yeah, automatically it's just oh, Bosun.
What did she say? There was a bit of glitch when what did she
Oh, okay.
say? What
He said,
Kilo, so
why would is it a matter of ignorance or cowardice that why would Britain abstain? Well, they should you have voted against it.
That it was an ambiguous
That's
slavery.
the ambiguous intent that has yield no political what's it called? Political gain or anything.
I don't know what game that lady is playing, and she's too brilliant for that kind of
He said they are
the
trying
way
to vote
she's
to
running
demand.
her politics.
The people are trying to vote to demand trillions in reparation from UK taxpayers, and the Labour government abstained. So you remember the fear of this money issue, how much they will pay and for how long.
Is well.
It is well.
Kemu.
Britain led the fight to end slavery. Why didn't Stammer's representative vote against it? Ignorance or cowardice. We shouldn't be paying for a crime we helped eradicate and still fight today. That's that tweet.
So who started it?
They helped to eradicate. What about when he helped start
We
it?
conveniently missed that part.
Yeah.
Conveniently missed it.
God will help out. You can imagine if she was white.
I mean, well,
Ha!
But Bosun, if she was
Yes.
white in skin, Abi.
Yes, in skin.
Okay, because in thoughts now she's talking white. In thoughts and in action,
But they know
in
themselves.
everything white.
okay, I'm going
It's
back
only
on
his
that.
skin.
They know themselves. They cannot accept that. They know themselves.
And they're using that to their advantage.
I'm going back on that. The Labalaba people, I'm going back on there. We're back, and this is still the Vintage Talkshow, and we're on the TopRadio 9 FM. Okay, we are on Niger Trends, and here we say you can chat with us, make a comment. The number 0913
We have a
697 3485, and then we have a caller. Hello, good morning. Hey, hello. Do look where I? Did you look where I beg your pardon? Go ahead, please. Go ahead, please. Yes, I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Before he became the president, he failed to keep the power. But you know, voting for second time.
Yes.
This another incentive on that plan. I don't know why we keep running that matter. Who solve the problem of power?
No.
It is here, fine. If it is not, then God has made advice. If you do, God has gone to our problem. And I want to invite your colleagues, your language, you know that not 2 weeks ago about Minister of Jackson. I'm sure you have seen that. They were trying to that's meeting in New York State now. So then I want to ask you there. You know, government people sometimes they are doing the opposite. in their favor, the guard. I mean, you just go ahead and do whatever they want to. When the judgment is not in their favor, and it is the principle of fear of execution, when it is other way around, they do everything. So don't on their own, even in their own cases, try the father, they are the gatekeepers themselves, they still agree with that law. And that is for that. And therefore, Melanie, nobody can say there's no political undertone in the state. Even though he doesn't call people and he has got the same thing for other people. There's no wrong to make it right. We are politicians, whatever they do to themselves, to each other. I don't think it should be too much further. But what about the institution? The institution means that you need to, sanitize the just that everybody's chance to be respected and well protected. Therefore, Femi Gardiner, I don't have any problem with her. He has no problem. He's a perfect person. He knows he's playing a game and he's playing a game very, very well. But the most unfortunate part of it is that can she be more happy than before? That is just my own problem about her. Everything is doing because of our politics. And the opposition leader here, as a conservative leader, if the other party, the Labour Party has voted, I mean, they have abstained from voting against what we are talking about here, concerning the transatlantic trade trade. And this, we should have made our own position clear, just like America, Israel, and Argentina, because you know what it means. It means that they ready to pay 18 billion pounds as reparation. People do not is that the big question because I have to different vision on reparation altogether. Because you see have trade traders in Nigeria, in Africa, and everywhere, colonization is ongoing.
Yeah.
It's Spain and politics, and nobody sees it's not Nigeria. Pity that is Spain and politics. Our support is rooted in the white supremacist agenda, and that is what we say. Nobody should put their drivers on that country.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Just to look by there. An array of issues. I'm sure you guys heard him, and he has no sympathies for Kevin Badman that is doing her job. Malami, they come upon what they have done for others is happening to him. But what about the institutions? We should be mindful of strengthening and deepening our institutions. When I stay for institution, if indeed there is one, let it stay. And if indeed there has to be forfeited, and then it's luck. And all that, and all that, and all that. Okay, we are moving on. So, we want you to call us. Enjoy your comments. Thank you. Madam.
Okay, next up, we have a Kaduna-based Islamic cleric, Ahmad Umar, has denied reports that he was detained by the DSS after hosting Peter Obi. In a video statement, he said he was released, he was only invited for questioning and was released without incident. The clarification came after Obi had raised concerns about the alleged arrest, describing it as a threat to democratic freedom. Cleric has now urged calm and lawful conduct among his supporters.
I was worried too when the news first came out. The cleric was because the picture was all over the place, was noise and all that. You know, the social media frenzy about that. And suddenly they said the DSS has arrested. What for? What for hosting the guy or for what? It doesn't make sense, you know. But later in the night, I think the guy posted the fact that it was called for questioning. Now, legal expert, I don't know why are you even inviting him to question him over what? Is a courtesy visit. Is it what is actionable there? What is dangerous in the guy visiting the cleric? For my education, please.
I've seen some very unpleasant anti-democratic moves, and sometimes it just beats imagination when you see some of those things. Because if you claim to be popular and the opposition is doing a particular thing, it shouldn't make you jittery. And then everybody cannot be on your side. Allow
Yeah.
people to breathe. Allow people to express themselves. Because I've seen some things, but I can assure you, because every blame rises and falls on the president. But I can assure you that some of these agencies, they are high-handed and they are on a voyage that they were not sent. Probably maybe to curry favor or to please the powers that be. But sometimes some people just do these things out of their own will, because this story does not add up. And there's no way you won't blame it on the administration. But I don't think they would descend so low. And sometimes also, some of these activities actually give the opposition some undue advantages. That's what I see in it. Because if you chase after everything they do, it either shows that you are being threatened by what they're doing, or you are afraid, or you don't really have that true spread that you claim that you have. That's basically what this says.
Okay. Damola, do you have anything to add?
Truthfully, just like
Because,
Bosun
it's
said,
a little bit worrisome that they will invite him for.
Very. But with the benefit of insight, maybe I would say we don't know this guy's antecedents until Obi visited him. That was when he came into the news. So since it's a sort of a shadowy organization that invited him, that doesn't answer to the public, so to speak. They maybe they should have been a little bit careful in doing that, because it was immediately after Obi visited, or he hosted Obi. That was when. But also, I was hearing that the invitation might not be unconnected with the last visit Obi made to Edo State, so that when he was there, when he was inside a compound, shots were being fired outside, and it was alleged that it was from the government. Meanwhile, the whole thing was about infighting from people around that place, and nobody was saying anything about the infighting. Everybody was just alleging it was the government. But I think the presidency should send out words that all these exuberance should be tamed, because it's all been tinted with politics. Everything has been tinted with politics, and we should be careful the optics we allow people to see. So, like Bosun said, it sometimes gives also undue advantages, because now it seems as if the G3, the man is all that and stuff like that one. But opposition is allowed, and it should be allowed. For me, it should be allowed.
It's
Everybody,
that's why it's called democracy.
everybody cannot be for you. Everybody cannot be for you. That's why they call it a democracy. Everybody cannot be for you.
Certainly.
How long after that they arrested him did the news come out and the outrage happened?
I think
Same day?
Almost the same day. Yeah.
I think that may have helped with the release, even though he just came out to say, "Oh, they just questioned him." I feel like if some people do not say anything, it will have been for longer.
Well, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's right. I'm just saying that public outcry might have helped his situation.
Yeah, certainly. Because this nowadays, this social media flogging or backlash, you say, usually propel authorities to react. You know, these videos of policemen extorting people and all that. Immediately, the thing goes viral. But a couple of days later, you see them doing doing photo op, showing them they have arrested the police people, and here they have been what they do to them. Military court martial. What's their own?
I don't know.
No, it's something orderly. I don't know, orderly something. You guys are not helping me.
No, I don't know.
The police do some work on them, and remove their uniforms.
Oh, you mean
and,
like their own special code?
Yes,
I
yes, they
do,
have
I
some kind
do.
of administrative arrangement. Okay, let's move on to the next story.
Okay, the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission has directed manufacturers, importers, and distributors to ensure all products sold in Nigeria are labeled in English. The Commission says items labeled in foreign languages pose safety risks as consumers may be unable to understand instructions or warnings. It warns that such products should be deemed substandard, urging stricter compliance to protect consumers and boost confidence in the market.
I concur to this. I was just telling, we went to a supermarket, very well stocked supermarket, to buy olive oil.
Okay.
And the olive oil have different blends and all that. There are some that are blended, there are some that are, they look like olive oil, but they're actually vegetable oil or the exotic this and that and that. And then there was this fine looking one. Everything on it is in Chinese or Cantonese or whatever they call, or Mandarin, you know. And we had to take picture. We had to take picture of
Yes.
it, do Google search, and then now
Yes.
realize that what they're saying is they say it's olive oil, they say blended oil. I can only pure
Yes.
oil, and then it's also blended oil. And that's why we're not okay. We are not buying this. And I said, why? Why would I need to be doing translation, Google translation,
Oh,
to buy a product? Why can't they just make it easy?
there was this
You know,
sunscreen I bought.
Bosun, I don't know if you have that experience.
Okay.
You just go to buy, you see Chinese everywhere. How do you know what you are buying?
Not everybody will take that effort. Not everybody
Yes.
will take that kind of effort that you did on something like that. Before you go and buy
Yeah.
dog food and start eating it, once you just
Mm,
You
you
want to
know,
go and buy dog food?
I went into one of these supermarkets in the UK, and I saw a particular biscuit. I picked it. It was even in English. I picked it. I was like, it looked good. Until someone pointed my attention that you are in dog session, no? Before you go and start eating jaja.
oh
That's
God.
a good one.
Oh yeah.
That's a good one.
That's-
So
So
so this is the right decision. Everything, let it be written in English. If you can't read, at least your children can read. People around you can read. So when you get home, before you go and buy something, you buy soap. You think you are buying oil.
that's it. So our manufacturers or importers insist that they put labels, English labels, you know, um, you know, before they import it and all that and sell it to Nigerians. Uh, yes, I think that will be our last story, right?
Okay. Okay. All right. Next up, fresh reconciliation talks have begun with the People's Democratic Party as rival factions seek unity ahead of the upcoming national convention. A bloc led by Tamil Turaki says discussions are yielding progress, with both sides exploring ways to resolve disputes and withdraw court cases. However, FCT Minister Nyesom Wike insists there is no division, maintaining the party remains one despite internal disagreements.
Yesterday APC had their conventions. It was reported to be very peaceful, orderly, well attended, and everything went on strategically as planned. I haven't heard any feedback that is contrary or that is against the grain or anything like that. So, because I haven't read papers since I woke up this morning, so I may not be in the know. So PDP is angling towards their own convention, and the important thing is that at least they are breaking the ice. The two factions seem to be talking. Well, but can this kind of talk help when you say somebody says there's no problem at all?
Denial.
No, there's no problem at all. There's
The
no
damage,
problem.
the damage Wiki has done to that party, it will be
Wow,
studied in university.
wow, wow, wow. Many of these, nobody can ever believe that. In the past 4 3 or 4 electoral cycles that we've had, there's always these other parties that are always having problems outside of PDP. People are decamping because of faction. They are, they have excuses and all that. It happened to AD, it happened to AC, it happened to
ACN.
LP, it happened to a lot of us. Yes, it happened to a lot of them. There are always divisions coming up that will lead to people going. And now it's happening to PDP. And suddenly they are waking up to say that there's no no wranglings, they are mending for fences and all that. We wish them the best. Before
but Uncle Patch, is there still PDP?
Well, there is, and they still have about is it 3 or 4 governors? I mean, 2.
No,
is it 2?
1.
No, I don't. No, I don't think
It's only saying
no.
that is there. Bala Mohammed has declared for APC.
When was that?
Some days ago. It's one man PDP.
Nah, let me confirm. Only Sheyi. Wow. That's why
They were 4 before, then they became 3, they became 2, and then Bala Mohammed left.
What about the guy in Bayelsa? There's a caller on the line who's going to dispute your statement. Hello, good morning. Yeah. Okay. Bala, there are 2.
Bala Mohammed is declared for APC.
Ask God.
Everybody will be doing this kind of thing that is happening. And do you know the worst part of it? And I want you to stop on me. You know that the new electoral act now will now make it difficult for anybody to become. Maybe 21 days before the primary or what have you. Meaning that all of them will be stuck in APC, even though they cannot achieve their political agenda. They will be forced to be within APC. No opportunity for them to get out of APC to go and seek senior pastor elsewhere. The ambition, like the other party, or going to just restore any dead party or no party and apply their ambition there. The new electoral law is going to say no to all of that now. So they are strong. So we still don't know how it's going to be, but the thing is very, very, very interesting. So for PDP, I think PDP is dead. Thank you.
Yeah, the summary of I don't know if you got the drift.
I got it.
That, in fact, his own case is even worse. That Bala has not really gone, but really it's like 1.5. That is he says about 1.5, and then he spoke about the new provision in the act, the
Electoral Act,
amended act, electoral act that says that a number of days before the party's primary to make people eligible for certain offices. So these governors go. I think most of them are in second term anyway, or arguably for second term. I don't know if they can contest under the new party they've entered. But really, it's worrisome when you have 36 governors and only one. One is from PDP, one is from, let's say two for the sake of argument, and then one is from Abga is still there. That's all right.
No, Labour too. OT. Alex OT.
Oh, okay. OT, yeah, okay. So that's 4, so to speak. Alex OT, Soludo, and then the
Bala and Sheyi.
They have about 32 governors.
Sheyi and half of Bala. Chei and half of Bala.
No, this is
But also, did you hear what he called Wike? He said weapon of mass destruction.
who said that?
That was he called it.
You mean it like
Yes.
yeah, it's really weapon of mass
He said it's a
destruction.
weapon of mass
But
destruction.
it's not far from the truth.
Wow. Well, but I don't know. Well, you never. I think it all started when he was denied the opportunity to. I think it
And
was
the way
President
they
was saying.
denied him, and the way they went
No,
about it.
no, it just made sense that after Buhari, 2 years of Buhari, it should just come to the south. Why they insisted on giving it to Atiku, it didn't make sense. I think they kickstarted their own burial, so to speak. I
Mhm.
don't believe PDP is dead. I don't believe it's dead. I mean, there was a time that some other opposition parties were in this same situation, and some kind of liaisons, mergers, and all that. They bounced back. So I don't think an idea is dead because they are in a power
Of
situation.
course, well, there's room for resurrection. At least this is Easter period.
But we are just
But
unkind.
technically, they're dead. I mean, this is not what we used to know. This is not the PDP we used to know. PDP used
Yeah,
to be what APC is now.
time has chance happened to everyone. I think they will bounce
Mm.
back. Well, thank you so much, Bosun. It's been always a warm reception having you with us, with your very wicked twist of tongue and all that. Uh, your final word today as we take our bow.
Yeah, it's a pleasure being here. Let's still keep hope alive. Things are taking shape gradually. We'll still get the Nigeria of our dreams.
Amen. With your renewed
Bye,
hope,
everyone.
Abby. Thank you.
Yes. All right.
Sam Lore, your final word for today.
Try to be kind to yourself this week. It's already hard out here, so just try to be kind to yourself.
Mm. It is already hard out there. And from me, let's be strong and observant this year. Don't despair of doing good or being a good neighbor. Stay blessed. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next week. By the grace of God. Thank you, everyone. See you next week.
Bye, Mr. Osifowora. Arrivalayo. Upper week.
I forgot to do that.